Hello everybody, welcome to another True Review. Today I'm bringing you Gunscape on the Xbox One. Now I'm just going to get this out straight away. I'm not actually going to give this game a score for a few reasons, which I'll go into in a lot more detail. Basically what you have here is you have a FPS creator made by Bluefish Studios, and it's an FPS creator from the point of view as if FPS games were still like the original Doom and the original Wolfenstein. It's that kind of level of complexity. A lot of people have heard describe this as Minecraft with guns. It's not Minecraft with guns, because to me Minecraft with guns you're running around mining objects and stuff and maybe shooting people as well, but no, you don't do that. The level creator is kind of like Minecraft, where everything's blocky and you place blocks down to build levels, but we'll get to that in a minute. In terms of what you get initially when you get the game, is you've got a very short campaign made by the developers. It's 8 levels loosely joined together by a story, and really acts as a showcase of what the game can actually do. Each level tends to be a completely different environment which doesn't go together story wise. Like one minute you're in a sci-fi setting, the next minute you're in a jungle. And again with the enemy types as well, the enemy types have to cater for these environments, so there's no coherent pattern to the enemies. Like one minute you're fighting some Nazis, you go around a corner you're fighting some robots, you go around another corner you're fighting some lizard men. It just doesn't join together very well at all, but I understand what they've done. They've made the levels to show what the game can actually do. In terms of the actual shooting action, it's generally okay. A few of the weapons have a bit spotty hit detection on them, especially the E-bow. It's kind of like a little bit off center. I'm not sure if that's deliberate, taking into account trajectory of an arrow, for example. But some of the hits, you swear you hit the enemy and it doesn't die. The campaign itself's over very quickly. You're probably looking at an hour and a half tops. There's not really many secrets to find in it, and the story, like I say, is just a very loose story, and a lot of people probably won't be that interested in what it has to offer. So that's pretty much the official campaign that we have. I'm guessing that the developer is going to support the game with maps of their own, but how frequent they would appear, if at all, obviously I can't comment on that at this early stage. So we go on to the second part of the game, which I think is what the developers are hoping is going to be the hook of this game and make people actually buy it and experience it, is going to be the creator. So you go into build mode and you're presented with a completely barren black area devoid of anything other than 4 solitary blocks with 4 solitary spawn points. And you don't really get told how to use the game interface very well at all. You kind of have to fumble around yourself and figure out what you can do and what you can't do. It does actually turn out to be quite easy. It's a simple case of pressing the window button to bring up the menus and then assigning the various blocks and things to your toolbar, which is limited to about 10 spots, and then you simply place these blocks down with the right trigger and delete them with the left trigger. It's as simple as that. But the annoying thing is you only can have a limited amount of these in your immediate toolkit at any one time, so you have to keep going into the menus and switching them around. Each of the menus tends to be themed to an environment. Like some of it is like an undersea level, there's the Bath Escape menu, there's all the forest ones are together, or the sci-fi ones are together, and there tends to be three or 4 rows on occasion of items. The first one are just general building blocks. The second ones tends to be interactable objects and furniture, such as doors and just desks and things such as that, or interactable terminals. Third and bottom row, or 4th row, sometimes it spills over to, is weapons and enemy types for that particular environment. There is also a completely separate tab as well for ammo crates, spawn points, capture the flag points and things such as that. So when you're in create mode, you've got a choice of making a campaign against the AI, or you can make versus matches which have a multitude of types. There's free-for-all deathmatch, there's capture the flag, infection mode, gun-to-gun mode, survival, loads of different ones, and you can design these and set up spawn points as you want. Whilst the build mode is usable and workable, it is very clunky. And I think that's simply because this is originally designed to be on a PC with mouse and keyboard controls, where things would have been quickly accessible, and placing blocks with a mouse pointer would have been an awful lot easier than using a cumbersome joypad. Obviously the developer can't help that there's no mouse, so they have to work with the tools they've got, and they've done an okay job. If you can get over the clunkiness and have a lot of patience with it, you can actually make some reasonable levels. Will this actually make people want to use this game and build maps and create something? Will people embrace it? And that's what I think the developers are hoping that happens. There's obviously, with this being a review copy of the game, there is not an awful lot of users currently at the moment, so there's not an awful lot of content being created, but there is some really nice maps on there. But people tend to be going down the route of creating environments but not creating game, if you get what I mean. There's a really nice pirate ship on there, there's a really nice haunted house on there, but there's actually no gameplay. You're just walking into an empty map and just walking around the environment, nothing to actually do on it. So this is why I'm not going to give this game a score at the moment, because it's a bit unfair to do so, because this game is going to live and die by the community it actually builds up. If people aren't willing to persist with it and aren't willing to create content with it, it's not going to last very long. But if people do embrace it and they do come up with some fantastic creations, which I know people can do, then this game could be something really, really special. It's one of those very, very weird ones, and that's, like, again, like I say, it's why I'm not going to give this game a mark. So do bear that in mind when you are looking to get this game. I'm not sure if this game is actually going to be free. I've no details at all. I've tried to contact the game's developer, and I've not got a response from them as of yet, so I don't know if they're going to charge for this or it's going to be a free game. I'm not entirely sure. I would imagine it is going to be charged for, because there's no microtransactions in it. So hopefully they're not going to be silly with the price. I'd probably be looking at something budget priced, like about £5 for this, something like $7-8, something to that effect. I would hope they don't go any more than that, to be honest with you, because if they do go more than that, I would say stay clear of it, to be honest with you, because or at least stay clear of it for a time until maybe there's some kind of content there to actually play. So yeah, no mark for this one, but what I am going to do is I'm going to make a note to revisit this in several months' time, just to see if the community has actually sprung up, and just to see how it's panning out, and we'll revisit it and have another look. So I hope you understand that decision, and I hope this video has kind of helped in a way. So please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on my various social media pages. I hope this has kind of give you a bit of information about the game and helped you make a decision if you want to pick it up or not. Anybody got any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments, and I will respond to them as quickly as I can. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.